Hi, Norm Norlander here. Today we're going to take a look at the Nor-Vise tube fly system. In this video, we'll be looking more at tube fly concepts and the advantages, different configurations, tube types, and some basic techniques rather than simply tie a bunch of specific patterns. Now historically, tube flies, or flies tied on tubes, have been around for a long time. Like fly fishing itself, very likely it evolved in Western Europe. Now my first experience with a tube fly was about 35 years ago when a friend gave me a fly called a Hairy Mary. It was a bright little thing tied on with some kind of hair and hackle. It was tied in the round on a small metal tube. By the way, it was equipped with a treble hook. Now supposedly this was designed to be used for Atlantic salmon fishing, most likely with a spey rod. Okay, the concept, the basic idea of a tube fly is to tie the fly on a piece of hollow plastic or metal tube and thread this onto the leader with a hook tied to the leader rather than to the tube. The advantages. The primary advantage of the tube fly is that larger or especially longer flies can be fashioned utilizing smaller, short-shanked hooks of various types or styles. Now this concept minimizes the leverage problem that we have with long hooks. I'd like to show you an example. Here's a couple streamer flies. First we'll take a look at a conventional one tied on a very long streamer hook. Okay, now here's a similar fly. This time it's tied on a tube. With this long hook, this long streamer hook, there's a lot of leverage. You can see that when you change the angle here, you can work this hook out quite easily, and that's why they don't stay stuck in a fish too well. With the tube fly, the small short shank hook, it can pull loose from the fly, the leader's still attached to it, and these little short shank hooks tend to stay stuck in the fish really well. Next I'd like to show you how we can set up or rig, as it were, tube flies, various configurations. First, let's take a look at the simplest one. Here we have a little short shank hook. It's snelled onto a piece of leader material. The fly is loose. You can see it slides up and down the leader. It has some advantages. Fish grabs this thing. He's got this little short shanked hook stuck in him. Those things don't pull out. They stay in the fish really well. The fly runs up the leader, so the fish is not chewing up your fly. You get the thing up close to you, you can reach down and grab the hook with your pliers and get it out of the fish quite easily, and the fly's not all beat up. That's pretty slick. Okay, next let's take a look at another popular way of doing it. Here we have a very similar fly again. This time we have our little short shanked hook stuck into a piece of soft, this is called Tygon tubing back here, and by sticking the eye of the hook in there, we can take and use the hook as a keel to keep the fly upright, so it has a little bit better presentation in the water. And you see how that'll, like a conventional hook, keep the thing straight up and down. Third, very often we have a situation where the fish are going to be either crashing the head of the fly, or maybe they're going to be nipping at the tail of the fly, so we use what we call tandem hooks. We'll have a trailer back there, and then we have our other hook and maybe stuck in the tubing up here. That'll keep the fly upright, sort of. You have one to grab back here, you got them. You have one that crashes the head of the fly, you got them. Tandem hooks will definitely increase the hookup possibilities. I think you'll find they work quite well.